Hello students, welcome back to a new series of mathematics program for grade 9. In today's video, we're going to talk about the chapter on algebraic manipulation. Well friends, today's session is the first part regarding this chapter. So let's start. In this program, you're going to learn how to evaluate an unknown quantity in a given formula. But before talking about formula, it is very important to recall the pre-requirements to this chapter, which include the understanding of algebraic expressions that was covered in grade 7. So, we already knew that an algebraic expression contains numbers, variables that are represented by letters, and mathematical operators, that is, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Some examples of algebraic expressions are 2a, which is an algebraic expression containing only one term, the number being 2, the variable being a, and of course, the mathematical operator being multiplication, as 2a means 2 times a. Similarly, 2x plus 1 is an algebraic expression containing two terms, with the numbers being 2 and 1, the variable being x, and the mathematical operators being multiplication and addition, as 2x plus 1 means 2 times x plus 1. In addition, 4p minus 5q plus 2 means 4 times p minus 5 times q plus 2. Finally, ax squared plus b over 5 means a times x squared plus b divided by 5. Friends, just observe that an algebraic expression contains numbers, variables, and mathematical operators. In grade 7, you also learned how to evaluate a given algebraic expression. Do you still remember how you did it then? Yes, by substituting values in the expression. Next, we consider an example that illustrates how to evaluate algebraic expressions. Given that x is equal to 4, y is equal to negative 2, and z is equal to 5, find the value of, in part A, x, y, z, part B, x minus 5y, part C, y squared plus 4xz. So we start by the first part. In order to evaluate this expression, we have to substitute or replace the given values in the expression. That is x by 4, y by negative 2, and z by 5. Note to use brackets while doing so in order to avoid confusion in operations to be performed. And also, xyz means x times y times z. So we obtain 4 times negative 2 times 5. Now remember, a positive number multiplied by a negative number will give us a negative number. So 4 times negative 2 is negative 8, which in turn will be multiplied by 5. Now, a negative number multiplied by a positive number will give us a negative number. So, negative 8 times 5 is negative 40. Hence, we have the value of xyz, which is equal to negative 40 for the given set of values. Let us now consider the second part, where we have to evaluate the expression x minus 5y. We start in the same manner as the previous part. So we replace the value of x by 4 and that of y by negative 2. We obtain 4 minus 5 times negative 2. Now, using order of operations, we are going to perform the multiplication first. Also remember, a negative number multiplied by a negative number will give us a positive number. Hence, negative 5 times negative 2 is positive 10. So we have 4 plus 10, which will give us 14. Thus, the value of x minus 5y is 14. Let us now move on to the last part, where we have to evaluate y squared plus 4xz. Once again, we start by replacing or substituting the given values in the expression. that is y by -2, x by 4, and z by 5. Now, remember that a square is equal to a times a. So, -2 square is -2 times -2. Add to 4 times 4 times 5. Now, using order of operations and the fact that we will obtain a positive number when two negative numbers are being multiplied, we obtain -2 times -2, which is 4. Add with 4 times 4, 16, times 5, 80. So we obtain 4 plus 80, which is 84. Thus, the value of y squared plus 4xz is 84. Friends, we are now ready to talk about formula. A formula is a relationship between two or more variables that contains the mathematical operators, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, in the same way as an algebraic expression. It also contains the equal sign. This is the main difference between an algebraic expression and a formula. Note that the plural of formula is formulae. Let us look at some examples of formulae we used in grade 7 and 8. For a rectangle with length L and width W, the formula for the perimeter is 2L plus 2W, and that of area is L times W. In grade 8, while doing the chapter on personal and household finance, we came across the formula that profit is equal to selling price minus cost price. Of course, if selling price is greater than the cost price. Also, simple interest is equal to principal multiplied by rate multiplied by time divided by 100. So students, you can clearly observe that a formula is a relationship between two or more variables that contains mathematical operators and, of course, the equal sign. Let us now learn how to evaluate an unknown quantity in a given formula through the following examples. The following triangle ABC has dimensions x, y, and z. In the first part, write down a formula for the perimeter P of the triangle ABC. Now friends, in order to find the perimeter of a triangle, we just have to add the lengths of all the sides of the triangle. So the perimeter P is equal to x plus y plus z. You see, this is a relationship between two or more variables. Now, let us consider the second part, where we have to find the value of P when x is equal to 5, y is equal to 12, and z is equal to 13. Now, the unknown quantity here is P. So to find this quantity, we just have to substitute the given values in the formula. That is, P is equal to, replace x by 5, y by 12, and z by 13. So we obtain P is equal to 30. In the last part, we have to find the value of z when P is equal to 24, x is equal to 6, and y is equal to 8. Now, the unknown quantity will be z. We start by substituting the given values into the formula. So we have 24 for P is equal to 6 plus 8, that is x plus y, plus z. Z is a known quantity. We obtain 24 is equal to 14 plus z. Just have a look. We are having a linear equation to solve so as to obtain z. So we can use the rules we learned in previous grades. Here, we can use the additive inverse of 14, which is negative 14, to eliminate 14 from the right-hand side. That is, we add the additive inverse on both sides. So we obtain 10 is equal to z. That is, z is equal to 10. In the next example, we are given a formula that states that y is equal to 2x plus c. Find the value of, in part A, y when x is equal to 2 and c is equal to 4. In part B, we have to find the value of x when y is equal to 5 and c is equal to -1. So let us consider the first part. Here, the unknown is y. So we replace the values of x and c in the formula to obtain 2 times 2 plus c, that is plus 4. So using order of operations, 2 times 2 is 4. We obtain y is equal to 4 plus 4, which will give us y is equal to 8. For the second part, x is unknown. So we replace the given values, that is y by 5 and c by -1. We obtain 5 is equal to 2x minus 1. So to obtain the value of x, we have to solve a linear equation once again. Using the additive inverse of -1, which is +1 on both sides, we're going to eliminate the -1 from the right-hand side. Thus, we obtain 6 is equal to 2x. Now, we have to eliminate the 2 on the right-hand side by using the multiplicative inverse of 2, which is half. That is, multiplying by half on both sides, we obtain half times 6 is equal to half times 2x, which will give us 3 is equal to x. That is, x is equal to 3. So friends, now it's time to take some exercises for practice. Number 1, if a is equal to 2, b is equal to -3, and c is equal to 5, find the value of each of the following algebraic expression. In part A, ABC. In part B, b square plus a. Part C, ac plus 2b cubed. And part D, abc over 6 minus b cubed. The second question, a formula states that y is equal to mx. Find the value of, in the first part, y when m is equal to -5 and x is equal to 2. And part B, the value of x if y is equal to 24 and m is equal to 4.8. The number 3, it is given that v is equal to 80 plus u. Find the value of, in part A, v when a is equal to 5, t is equal to 8, and u is equal to 2. In part B, u when v is equal to 15, a is equal to 4, and t is equal to 3.5. And the final part, t when v is equal to 25, a is equal to 2.2, and t is equal to 3. These exercises will help you to understand how to evaluate algebraic expressions and how to evaluate an unknown quantity in a given formula. Well, to summarize, in this program, we have revisited algebraic expression, evaluated algebraic expressions, revisited the use of additive and multiplicative inverses. We learned about formula and evaluated an unknown quantity in a given formula. Well, friends, here are some additional information through links that will definitely help you to consolidate today's lesson. The link 1, the link 2, and a third link. So students, this video on algebraic manipulation ends here. Remember that today we have revisited how to evaluate algebraic expressions and also learned how to evaluate an unknown quantity in a given formula. In the next video on algebraic manipulation, we're going to talk about subject of formula and how to rearrange the given formula to make another variable the new subject of formula. Till then, it's a goodbye from me and see you soon, friends.